Hey guys, Quackers Clocks here with another set of NFL predictions. This time it's week 2. So we're going to talk about the aftermath of week 1 and, you know, how, we're going to, we're going to talk about week 1 as well. So the Buffalo Bills, coming off a great win against Arizona, take on the Miami Dolphins, who are also undefeated. I'm actually going to go with the Buffalo Bills here. They will be 2-0, and the Dolphins will be 1-1. So it's unfortunate that these two teams have to play early in the year, but I think one of them is going to go beaten, unless they both tie. But I don't really want that to happen tonight, so I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills over the Dolphins. The San Francisco 49ers take on the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going with the 49ers. They played really well against the New York Jets, and Aaron Rodgers didn't tear his Achilles. I was actually surprised that he stayed on the field. But, he didn't really play all that. He didn't play very well either. But I am going with the 49ers over the Vikings here. The Vikings put on a clinic against the Giants, and that was just... I don't want to talk about the Giants. Do I really have to talk about the Giants? Because I really don't want to. But anyways, I am picking the San Francisco 49ers over the Minnesota Vikings. The Seattle Seahawks take on the New England Patriots. I'm going to go with the Seahawks here. This is not like Super Bowl 49. This is going to be a victory for the Seahawks. They played really well against the Denver Broncos, and I think, because they were playing against a rookie, but the Patriots are going to start Jacoby Brissett, so... I think the Patriots will make it a game, but I think Seattle is going to win overall. So, I'm going to pick the Seattle Seahawks over the New England Patriots. The New York Giants take on the Washington Commanders. I'm going to go with the Washington Commanders here over the Giants. I really do not like the Giants. The Giants are terrible. I know, it's only week 1, and I'm judging the Giants. They're just terrible. Vikings defense ate Daniel Jones up for breakfast, and that's how they won that game. So the Giants will be 0-2. The Commanders will be 1-1. Also, I forgot to mention the Seahawks and the Patriots. The Seahawks will be 2-0. Patriots will be 1-1. And then for the 49ers and Vikings, the 49ers will be 2-0. The Vikings will be 1-1. The Los Angeles Chargers take on the Carolina Panthers. I'm going with the LA Chargers. The Chargers will be 2-0. The Panthers will be 0-2. And they also got their ass whooped last week against the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to go with the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh is a pretty good coach. I think he's definitely better than Brandon Staley, but we'll just have to see. If the Chargers make the playoffs, then, we'll just have to see. But I'm going to go with the Chargers over the Panthers. I really think the Panthers are ruined. If David Tepper does not sell the team, then they're done. They're done. Bryce Young is probably going to be shipped off for a 6th-round pick, and it's probably going to be, what a waste of a number 1 overall pick. I thought, nobody wants to play for the Panthers, because they're just terrible. I think the number 1 overall pick goes to either the Giants or the Panthers this year. and it's probably going to be Shadur Sanders. So, it's um yeah, it's just tough watching these teams sometimes. Like the Panthers and the Giants. It was tough watching the Giants. And, I'm going to go with the yeah, I'm going to go with the Chargers over the Panthers here. The Chargers will be 2-0 and the Panthers will be 0-2. The New Orleans Saints take on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to go with the Cowboys here. They played awfully well against the Cleveland Browns. And my God, are the Browns terrible. I would not. They're not bad. They're just. Actually, they're not terrible. They're just bad. Like, they played like garbage last week. At least the last time the Browns and the Cowboys played each other, which was week 4 of 2020, they actually showed some grit and beat them. Well, the Cowboys were bad that year, too, so, I'm going to go with Dallas. They're going to go 2-0, and the Saints 1-1. It's nothing against Derek Carr or anything. I think the Cowboys' defense is better. Plus, Dak Prescott inked that contract, so he's probably going to play better, but play up to expectations. So yeah, I'm going to go with Dallas over the Saints. The Indianapolis Colts take on the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to go with the Colts here. I don't think Jordan Love is playing, so I think they're going to start. The Packers are going to start Malik Willis. As for the Colts, Anthony Richardson played awfully well, despite the loss. I think they played awfully well against Houston. So it's. I don't think it's a flip of a coin, but I think the Colts beat the Packers here, in Lambeau. And yeah, I think the Colts beat the Packers here. I think the Colts beat the Packers the last time. I think that was 2021 was the last time these two teams played. But I am going with the Colts. The Colts will be 1-1. The Packers will be 0-2. Packers aren't going to be that great. If Jordan Love is not playing, then the Packers really aren't going to be that good. The Cleveland Browns take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I am going with Jacksonville over Cleveland. This is yeah, I don't think the Browns win this. If Deshaun Watson plays exactly like he did against Dallas, then yeah, they're not going to win. I mean, this is an afternoon game, but I'm not exactly sure, how that offense is going to be good. I mean, they're missing 2 left. They're missing both of their starting tackles. Jack Conklin's still recovering from that ACL. And I'm not sure where Jedrick Wills is. I think he's on the 5th-year option, but anyways, I'm going with the Jaguars. They will be 1-1, and the Browns will be 0-2. I don't think the Browns lose every game. I think they'll go like 6-11 or something. At this rate, yeah, 6-11. That's my prediction. The New York Jets take on the Tennessee Titans. I am going to go with the Jets here. I think the Titans aren't really that good. They had a chance to beat the Bears. They had a 17-point lead, and then they pissed it away like they usually do. Actually, no, that was the. Now I'm thinking of the 2017 wildcard game, where Chiefs lost to the Tennessee Titans, and I still can't get over it because, you know, it was one of the greatest Andy Reid choke specials in history. So, but anyways, I'm gonna go with the New York Jets um, over the Tennessee Titans. I don't think the Titans are gonna be that good either. So, yeah, the Titans will be 0-2. The Jets will be 1-1. The Jets will get their first win of the season this week too. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Detroit Lions. I'm going with Detroit. It's in Detroit, and the last time these two teams met was in the playoffs, and the Lions ended up winning. So, you know, but I think the Bucs are going to be good this year, but I don't think they're going to be good as in 13 wins good. I think they're going to be at least 10 wins. So, but I am going to go with the Lions over the Buccaneers. The Bucs will be 1-1. The Lions will be 2-0. This season's going to be very interesting because it's just going to be interesting to watch. I think, like usually every season is, because it's new matchups, new teams, free agency, trades. You know, that's what makes the NFL so interesting. Is that not all, these teams are under the same name, but they have different players coming in every year, and it's not the same team. So, anyways, I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions to beat the Buccaneers. The Las Vegas Raiders take on the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens. I know that the Ravens lost by a toe last week, and I was kind of happy about that since I'm a Chiefs fan. Also, they're playing the Raiders, so I am kind of biased. But yeah, I am picking the Ravens over the Raiders. This is one of those AFC West versus AFC North matchups. The Chiefs are supposed to come to Cleveland week 15, so I'll be doing a vlog if we do end up getting the tickets for that. So I will be doing a vlog. I usually don't do vlogs because, but this is probably more special than, you think. But anyways, I'm getting off track, but I am going with the Ravens over the Raiders. Ravens will be 1-1. The Raiders will be 0-2. The Raiders just, I didn't see much of the game against the Chargers, but I know they lost. So, well, I couldn't because, CBS wasn't even airing it. It wasn't even airing nationally. So, and to add insult to injury, Jim Nantz and Tony Romo were there to commentate the game. They're the national crew. They're the guys that do the national games. What? Anyways, I'm going with the Ravens over the Las Vegas Raiders. The LA Rams take on the Arizona Cardinals. I am going with the Rams. I don't think the Cardinals are going... I think the Cardinals are going to make it a game because they did it against Buffalo. And the Rams did the same thing against Detroit. So both of these teams are 0-1 right now. So one of these teams is going to come up with their first win of the season. And I think it's going to be the Rams. I know it's in Arizona, but I think the Rams will be victorious over the Cardinals. So that puts them at 1-1, and the Cardinals 0-2. I have been dreading this game for the past 5 or so months. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a national game on CBS, and Nance and Roma are going to be there, and of course, we're going to be playing against Joe Burrow this time, because the last time we played them, we A, eliminated from the playoffs, and B, had to deal with Jake Browning as quarterback of the Bengals. So now, we're going to have to deal with Joe Burrow again. Although, to be fair, Joe Burrow did not play too good against the Patriots. So, I'm not sure if T. Higgins is going to play, because he still has that hamstring. And the Chiefs, the Chiefs are going to dominate if that's going to be the case. It's in Arrowhead. We're going to bring the hype. The Chiefs are going to beat the Bengals. Chiefs will be 2-0. Bengals will be 0-2. This is usually how they start their seasons. They usually start with, the first two losses of their season being, early. The first two losses of their season, being weeks 1 and 2. Or, they usually start 0-2, was what I was trying to say. But I am going with the Chiefs over the Bengals. I will be watching. I'll be watching you, Patrick Mahomes. I'll be watching. You better beat Cincinnati, or I'm coming for you. Anyways, I'm going with the Chiefs. The Pittsburgh Steelers take on the Denver Broncos. I'm going with the Steelers here. No revenge game for Russell Wilson, as I think he's going to sit out the game, and Justin Fields is going to start. So no revenge game for Russell Wilson. Of course, he's probably going to go down to the sidelines and say hi to people, but, that's usually what, So, Russell Wilson's probably going to take the team plane down to Denver, but I am going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They will be 2-0. And as for the Broncos, they will be 0-2. I think the Steelers are a better team. They have a better defense. And I think the defense is going to win them the game, looks like they did against Atlanta. And Bo Nix is going to play like a rookie. So, of course, I think the Steelers are going to beat the Broncos here. The Steelers will be 2-0, and the Broncos will be 0-2. A rematch of the Hall of Fame game this past August. Not Pittsburgh. We already went through Pittsburgh. Sorry. The Chicago Bears taking on the Houston Texans. I'm going to go with the Texans this time around. Actually, no. I picked the Texans the last time and they lost because of weather. Lightning, thunder. Yeah, they had to cancel the rest of the game because of thunder. Plus, it was the preseason, so it really didn't matter. But this time, it actually matters. And it's in Houston. So I'm going to go with the Texans over the Bears. I know I picked the Texans last time, and they lost. But I am going with the Houston Texans. They played really well against the Indianapolis Colts, and I think, the Texans are going to be just fine. I think against the Chicago Bears, they have a good defense, but at the same time, their offense can't really do anything. And the Texans also have a really good defense. So it's, adding Danielle Hunter to your defense definitely helps. But I am going with the Houston Texans to beat the Chicago Bears, and I don't have a score prediction for you because I usually don't do those. And last but not least, the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm actually going with Philly. The Atlanta Falcons are trash. And not because, they hired Raheem Morris, or they added Kirk Cousins to their roster, or, they splurged and signed Kirk Cousins to a 9-figure contract. Most of that is guaranteed. Around more than 50% of that is guaranteed. So, and I don't think the Falcons are going to do anywhere near. I don't think they're going to be anywhere near what everybody's expecting. But I am going with the Eagles. I know they had a rough. Actually, no, they beat the Green Bay Packers. They had a rough game against Green Bay, though. But at least it's not in Sao Paulo, where they were playing on a soccer field. And, it was probably one of the worst venues to have a football game. But, of course the NFL has to expand to international games, Sao Paulo. Of course, they've done the London games a bunch of times. And they just started adding Germany games, Frankfurt and Munich. I know one of those games is in Munich. And I think it's Panthers versus Giants. If I remember correctly. But I am going with the Eagles, and I think they will have a better time beating the Falcons than they did beating the Packers, mainly because of that football field difference. But I am going with the Eagles. They'll be 2-0, and the Falcons will be 0-2. Anyways, we'll see you guys next week for week 3. And I didn't zone off this last time. Maybe I didn't, but I'm not sure. But I didn't zone off. We'll see you guys in the next prediction video, September 19th. We'll see you guys then.